Saan napupunta ang pera? Anak, you've been in business for so long, no? Kumikita ka naman, no? And you have customers. You are still operating after all these years. Pero bakit? Parang walang nag-grow sa savings mo. Bakit same level pa rin? Naku anak, I understand that feeling. Kasi ang problema is not lack of sales. The real problem is the small hidden ways na yung pera ay nasasayang. And over the years, nag-a-add up ito. So, when you are starting, you watch every peso carefully, di ba? You're hungry eh. You are alert. Pero after 3 to 5 years in the business, nagiging boring, nagiging comfortable ka, and you started to get tired. So, yung mga little expenses, hindi mo napapansin, pumapasok siya dahan-dahan. And those little inefficiencies, nagiging habits. Sa mind mo, mga maliliit lang na bagay yon, no? Pero yung little losses, these become that's just how business works. And because may kita pa rin naman, hindi mo na napapansin. Anak, eto yung katotohanan. Those little leaks are why you are stuck. You are working harder. Yes, you are earning more. Pero ang pera, nako, lumulusot sa mga butas na hindi mo nakikita. And let me share 5 hidden money leaks that drain established businesses like yours and how to plug them. Leak number 1, no? Sobra-sobra ang subscriptions. Anak, when did you last review all your subscriptions? Baka permanent na sa expenses mo yung temporary tools, ha? Let me share the story of Marie, who owns a printing services business for 7 years na. Si Marie, she offers tarpaulins, brochures, business cards, and invitations. She's been operating steadily with consistent clients. And one morning, chinek niya yung kanyang bank statement. And nagulat siya. Sabi niya, bakit? Parang ang dami kong auto-debit. That's when I asked her, Marie, magkano total ang subscriptions mo? Hindi niya alam yung exact amount. So nilista namin lahat. Design tools, cloud storage, multiple file sharing apps, 2 accounting tools, a video conferencing plan, barely used yon ha, and an email tool with 0 campaigns. Tapos meron pang website hosting, domain renewal, and even printer software. Diba? Ang daming tools. And when we totaled everything, the amount was 8,500 per month. Kaya for the whole year, umabot siya ng 100,000. So Marie was shocked. I did not realize it, Mami N, na ganyan na pala kalaki, sabi niya. The problem with subscriptions is that they accumulate quietly over the years. Dagdag tayo ng dagdag ng tools as we grow, pero we rarely remove the ones that we no longer need. Auto-debit kasi. So ang ending, out of sight, out of mind. So month after month, yung mga expenses na yan, they keep draining your cash. So this is what you can do. Itong linggong to, i-audit niyo lahat. Check your bank statements. List all recurring charges and ask yourself, does it help with my operations? I-cancel natin yung mga hindi na natin kailangan. Downgrade natin yung mga hindi na ma-maximize. Kaya nung ginawa ito ni Marie, guess how much she was able to save? 5,200 per month. Ganon kalaki. That's instant savings without changing anything about your operations, ha? So, ang ginawa lang niya, hininto lang niya yung pagbabayad for the tools that she does not actually need. At she does not actually use. Pangalawang leak, payment gateway fees na lumalaki habang lumalaki yung iyong negosyo. Online payments are convenient, diba? Pero alam mo ba na habang lumalaki ang sales mo, lumalaki rin quietly ang mga fees. So si Jessie at saka si Ed, meron silang small neighborhood pharmacy. Yung sales nila steady lang. And on the outside, things seemed fine naman. Nag-offer sila ng maraming payment options, digital wallets, credit cards, payment apps, delivery platforms, para convenient daw sa customer. So during our call, Jessie said, parang ang liit ang natitira, Mommy N, after all the expenses namin. So, tinanong ko siya, sabi ko, na-check mo ba kung magkano yung actually na binabayad mo sa payment fees? Mommy N, maliit lang naman yan, mga percent lang, sabi niya. So, chinek namin yung lahat ng kanyang mga channels at doon nagulat sila. Yung akala nilang maliit na percentages, kapag pinagsama-sama pala every month, malaki pala ang kinakain sa kita. Almost a full chunk of their earnings were going straight to fees, quietly, consistently, and hindi nila nanonotice for years. Ang problema is that these fees scale with your sales. So the more you earn, the more they take. Kaya hindi mo napapansin until you feel na parang ang konti na lang nang natira. Most business owners never question these charges because they are hidden in small percentages. Kaya ito yung ginawa ni Jessie at ni Ed. Connect nila kung aling payment methods were the most expensive. They kept all the options but they guided customers toward the cheaper ones by making them more convenient. Ed also talked to their main payment provider and asked for a lower rate na based sa kanilang steady sales. So for small purchases, they highlighted the no extra fees option tulad ng cash or the lowest fee wallet. And after a month, napansin nila agad, mas malaki na ang natitira. Alam mo anak, just a few changes brought back money that had been leaking for years. Kaya audit mo yung payment channels mo this month anak ha. Every small percent na nasa-save mo will stay with you, hindi sa mga payment channels. Leak number 3. Normalize na waste, na spoilage at shrinkage. When you stop counting losses, they multiply. Yung nasisira, ganyan lang talaga. Yung nawawala, naku normal lang yan, Mami N. Naku anak, hindi yan normal. Let me explain to you using Nika's story. Si Nika, meron siyang isang restaurant na pinatatakbo for several years na. Nagsiserve siya sa mga regular customers at meron din siyang deliveries. So si Nika accepted na yung waste ay part to ng running the business. Yung mga hindi nabebenta na pagkain at the end of the day, sabi niya, well, nangyayari yan, Mami N. Yung mga ingredients na nasisira, ay nako, shelf life naman talaga yan, Mami N, sabi niya. Mga maling order from the suppliers, nako, small mistakes lang yan, okay na yan. Pininto niya yung pag-track ng losses dahil parang nakakapagod, time-consuming. But when I asked her to estimate, sabi niya, maybe a few thousand pesos per month, Mami N. Sabi ko, sige nga, track natin lahat for just 3 weeks. Wasted ingredients, yung mga overcooked na meals, damaged deliveries, wrong orders, at saka leftover portions. So at the end, yung kanyang monthly average was much higher than yung kanyang estimate. Kaya after years in business, yung mga small losses natin, feel natin normal lang. Dahil busy tayo, pagod tayo, ayaw na nating i-track. Nakakapagod eh. Sayang yung oras. So yung wastage ay parang part lang ng doing business. Pero alam mo anak, spoilage is not fixed ha. It's a problem that you can fix. You just stop measuring it. Kaya ito yung ginawa ni Nika. She kept a small waste log for 30 days. What was lost, why, and how much. At nakita niya na most waste came from overproduction pag mga busy days at meron ding mga poor storage sa mga delivery na sisira dahil hindi maayos. She adjusted her cooking schedule tapos in-improve niya yung kanyang storage. So yung kanyang monthly waste bumaba dramatically. Imagine, kahit na pag-fix lang niya dyan sa top 2 na causes, it brought back a big chunk of money for her. Kaya track every loss for a month anak. I-total mo. Tapos hanapin mo yung mga main causes at ayusin mo. Even a 50% reduction saves you money that you worked hard for, di ba? Pera mo yan eh. Leak number 4. Credit card debt cycle na normal na. Are you using credit cards to manage your cash flow? If you have been doing this for years, baka debt cycle na yan, hindi na yan real cash flow management. Now let me share about Yen, who owns a milk tea shop that has been running for 6 years. Yen has 3 credit card. For 4 years, she used them to buy ingredients and equipment. She was telling herself, temporary lang naman, next month babayaran ko na to in full. Pero next month, there's always something new to suppliers, repairs, small equipment. So, minimum lang yung nababayaran niya and a little extra. So, yung cycle na yan nag-continue. And one afternoon, she finally added everything up. Yung total balance ng kanyang credit card was really shocking. Monthly interest plus occasional late fees. A big chunk of her income went straight to the banks instead of her business. Over the years, na-realize niya na probably ang nabayaran niya sa bangko because of this is hundreds of thousands just in interest lang. Money that did not grow her business at all. So for many business owners, credit card debt feels normal. Ang tawag natin is working capital, but high interest, hindi financing yan. It's slowly drowning your profit. Ito yung ginawa ni Yen. Hininto niya yung paggamit ng credit card for operations immediately. She made a strict payment plan for 18 months. She cut some of her personal expenses temporarily and she even sold unused equipment to make a bigger payment. So, after 18 months, naging debt-free na siya. And now, she just uses cards if she can pay the full balance that month. Kaya, break the cycle anak ha. Stop using cards to run your business. Make a realistic payment plan tapos commit to it. Hindi ka nagtrabaho ng ganito kahirap para lang payamanin ng mga bangko. Tandaan mo yan. So leak number 5, small daily expenses na nagiging habits. Alam mo ba, daily habits, they add up quickly. Coffee, parking, client meals. Have you added up these small expenses? Si Marvin ay merong isang photography and videography business. 9 years old ng business niya. Meron siyang regular corporate clients and events. So over time, Marvin developed routines. Pa-morning coffee para may energy. Tapos may mga lunch meeting siya kasi kailangan niyang mag-network, sabi niya sa sarili niya. Tapos, multiple parking fees each week. May mga toll fees, mobile data top-ups, spontaneous team meals after shoots. Part of operation, sabi ni Marvin. No? Plus, after busy shoots, he deserved naman mga small comforts. So, during our coaching session, challenge ko siya. Sabi ko, Marvin, i-track mo nga everyday yung expenses mo for 30 days. Just write it down. Tingnan natin. At pumayag siya. Bawat coffee, bawat parking fee, business meal, toll, data top-up, pamerienda sa mga team at customers. And after 30 days, yung total amount, nako, nagulat siya. What felt small added up to a big chunk of money annually. Nung nakita ni Marvin, he couldn't believe it. Expensive habits yan, sabi ko sa kanya. And nadidevelop yung mga expensive habits na hindi mo namamalayan. Dina-justify mo sila as business expense or something like, I deserve this. So, eto yung ginawa ni Marvin. He identified which expenses actually brought value. Client meetings that generated deals, okay, keep. Morning coffee, he started making it at home. Parking, he planned the routes better. Random team meals, he scheduled them monthly instead of weekly. So by cutting unnecessary daily costs, ni-reduce niya yung kanyang expenses by about mga 40%. Yung pera na nasa-save, napupunta ngayon sa kanyang emergency fund and pambili ng bagong equipment. So, itrack natin anak ang ating daily micro expenses for just 2 weeks. I-total natin. And let's decide which add real value and which can be reduced. Even a 30% reduction, malaking na itutulong yan sa annual savings. So, pwede natin yung gamitin para sa investment capital, sa emergency fund, or kahit na pang Christmas party. Your future self will thank you. So, anak, if you have been in business for maybe 3 or 5 years and you feel stuck financially, check for these hidden leaks. Hindi ka nag-survive ng ganito katagal para lang to stay at the same level. Dapat nag-grow yung iyong negosyo. Plus, kailangan natin i-plug yung mga leaks. Keep your money. We can grow your wealth. You can build wealth if you are not leaking money every month. Ito ay hindi tungkol sa earning more, but these are about keeping what you have already earned. So start with one leak this week. Just one. I-audit mo. I-fix mo. Watch your money stay where it belongs, with you. Kaya, let's be business-minded. Pinoy.